Yo, what up, guys? Beside me here. This is a champion guide or champion spotlight for Armanz the Magnificent, a match legendary champion that was released into Raid Shadow Legends as part of their Raid 5th anniversary celebrations, and everybody had the opportunity to obtain him through a fusion that was not that easy, but I managed to get myself this champion, Barbarian Faction. Here he is. He was so special that a lot of marketing campaign was done about this champion, including this pamphlet that I have about his magic ways that he does in Raid. We're not here to talk about his design and all that good stuff. I just want to use him in content. Whether you just got this champion in the early game or you've been sitting on him and not used him in your end game content, I'll show you how I built him, how I use this champion, gear recommendation, and of course we'll test this champion out in some live action battles, PvE and PvP especially, where 99.9% of the players who obtain this champion will use him. So let's get into his details right here. I will not bother you with the A1 because his main ability is known as the best stun champion in Raid, because he doesn't just place the stun on all the enemies, he will also steal all their turn meters. What that means is that he takes turn meter from every enemy, puts it to himself, and it automatically gives him another turn. It's amazing, it's crazy. Normally in Raid we see champions who just play stun and just chill. He places the stun, steals all their turn meters, so it's as if it's a 2-turn stun. It's crazy good, and this is what a lot of players use him for. That means this skill will need accuracy, so you need to build this champion in high amount of accuracy so you can do that to content. Obviously stun can work against bosses, right? So you only use this type of skill in AoE wave content or in the arena. So that's not all. It only stuns champions that are not, under ship debuff, and also places stun debuff for 1 turn on all enemies not under ship. That's basically what it does. This champion is not best known for attack. Even if it says damage based on attack, do not build this champion with attack. Try to make him survive long enough to do all this crazy stuff. Try to make him fast enough to do this skill again and again and again, and your enemies will never get a turn, as you see me test out in some battles. All right, let's move on to his other A3 skill, which is also crazy good, especially in PvP content where you want to ship your enemies. This champion is one of the few champions in Raid who can actually place the new ship debuff. Normally we see ship as a blessing in Raid, where enemies try to debuff you, they get shipped, but now he comes with the debuff. He can place it on enemies, so he's one of the few ones, the rare ones, or even the first that has this ship debuff that can place on just one enemy. Before he places it, he will just remove their buffs. No, he will also, these debuffs cannot be blocked. This debuff, if they have what do you call it now, a bunch of buffs on them, block debuff buff especially, that cannot stop you from being shipped. Stone skin, maybe I'll test this out. I don't know yet. I've not tried this champion out, I'm just using it, but I've been seeing him being hyped a lot, and it's because he can do these 2 skills. And this is not the end. He also has a 75% chance of removing all buff from all other enemies. So you're shipping one person and clearing the buffs from all the other enemies. So if a Duchess or somebody else, Michela, has spread a bunch of buffs to the enemies, when it ships one person, all the other buffs just disappear from all other enemies, making them extremely more easier to kill or something. So let's go down to the passive. Whenever a ship debuff is removed from an enemy or it expires on its own, one of the champion's skill, the enemy that just came out of ship, will just have their skill back reset to 0 or resets to 4-turn cooldown, 3-turn cooldown, the highest basically. This will also fill the turn meter by 10% for each turn added to that champion's active skill, which goes on cooldown. So you're talking about 10%, 20%, maybe even 30% turn meter fill for Armanz himself. Just because somebody came out of ship, he just gets a bunch of turns. So each of these skills, from this one to even the passive, is giving this champion a bunch of turns. So you see him taking numerous turns in the arena. You know why? Because he has 3 things that is boosting his turn meter. He's stealing turn meter, he's filling turn meter, everything. And now let's go down to the A1, which is not that interesting. It will also, 35% chance when booked, it will go up to mass 55% chance of placing a random cooldown, a champion's random skill on cooldown for 2 turns. That's not quite exciting, but for a champion who wants to use his A2 and A3, I don't see a reason why you want to use your A1, except sometimes in battle you want to kill somebody and Armanz keeps shipping them. You want to stop him from using his A3 sometime, because you want to end the battle and he keeps using it. That's when maybe you want to use his A1 and put their skill on cooldown. This skill will also fill his own turn meter again by 10% whenever their skill gets reset or the cooldown of their skill gets increased. Speed aura in arena will make this champion your leader slot if you don't yet have an arbiter. He works fine with arbiter, so to boost his turn meter. But if you don't want to use her, this champion will easily boost himself or boost the allies speed up with this speed aura that you can use him in the leader slot in any arena battles. Most people prefer 30% speed aura than a 28%, but it's better than a 19% speed aura. As you can see, most champions like Duchess and others have a 19% speed aura, so if you don't want to use them in the leader slot, you can use him in the leader slot. So that's his skill, and this is his champion design, Barbarian faction, and it does look like them. And yeah, he even have that Aladdin looking type of weapon. He has the, is it called a banjo or what kind of musical instrument? He does play it sometimes, I think. So anyways, that's the magician, Armanz the Magnificent. Let's go into my champion and see how I built him. First of all, as I've already mentioned, this champion will work with accuracy, high amount of accuracy, high amount of speed. There's no better ways to build him. I've not seen anybody build this champion with damage, savage, lethal. All we've seen him so far in raid being used with is high accuracy, high speed builds. I'm talking about perception set, I'm talking about accuracy set. If you're super early game, this is the set that makes that possible. If I scroll down to accuracy set right here, this is the one that does that. High accuracy set is what you need, and for early game players, this is what you need. You can mix accuracy with speed because he needs to go first. If he goes first and places the stun, you're safe. But if you let him get nuked, because he is squishy, he will go down easily. So this is not a champion you want to, allow enemies to hit him, but just give him this high amount of accuracy and speed. You are good to go. If you don't have good accuracy set, you can just rely on triple speed set with an accuracy banner or an accuracy chest. Is fine to go to also. So that's the early beginner recommendations for artifact sets that I will see on this champion. Most of the time you see people putting in. For end game, you find people putting in this champion in, let's not forget, any champion you want to survive the first nukes of the enemies. Depends on what type of enemies you're going against. I would not even say bolster because it doesn't even have high amount of HP. I'm looking for the artifact set. Stone Skin is what I'm looking for. Did I scroll past it? I did. Stone Skin is the one that most endgame players will put on him because they don't want him to die in the first hit that the enemy do to them. So that's one that can be used on him. I didn't build mine in this set. If you're using this champion for PvE content, you don't need to build him in Stone Skin, obviously. So that's the artifact recommendations. I'd love to hear your different opinions about which artifact sets you built your Armanz on in below, and what stats you're looking for, because I went for speed and accuracy, speed and accuracy, speed and accuracy, speed and accuracy. HP on the glove, but still looking for speed and accuracy. Accuracy on the chest, but still looking for speed. And of course, the speed boots with ascended extra 12 speed attached to it. So this champion is going crazy everywhere. On the banner, I went towards accuracy. It's a reaction piece. I wish I could go triple reaction so you could survive the first nuking ability of the enemies. That would be nice. And HP depends right here. So that's it. Total stats, this champion got to 802 accuracy because this is an end game account. Obviously, I still have the masteries, my end game affinity bonuses helping me get high amount of accuracy. Yeah, so that's something you should note. Even if you don't hit this high amount, as much as you can. Minimum for the early game until 200, 300 accuracy. Now for end game players, you can hit 500, 400, or even 700 accuracy if you don't want to go crazy numbers. Remember to don't just go 800 accuracy and go 100 speed. That's not possible anyways. But focus on accuracy and speed. I got up to 303 speed, which is going to make this champion also fast in content. He does have an arbiter boosting him, he does have a Lady Kimi boosting him, he does have somebody going before. Some people will make him the fastest champion on their team. And for live arena, people will always ban your Armanz, so I don't think you'll ever be able to use him in that content. But yeah, that's my total stats, and I'm very proud of this build. It's currently my highest accuracy champion on my account. I don't think my Mitrala has this much, or my Lady Kimi or Abita has this. Okay, they don't need it. Lady Kimi especially is who I'm looking, or Yumeko is on 500 accuracy. So he's like the next Madam Series, but even better. So that's the total stats you should be aiming for if you're an endgame player, or less if you're a newer player. Masteries recommendation from El Hate's website. This is where you want to go. Eagle Eye. So depending on how you want to count down, this is the most important masteries. And of course, the first one will always give you 10 more accuracy. And of course, Storm Meter increase accuracy when 20 by 20 when this champion has no skill on cooldown. These three are essential. If you don't want to farm a lot of masteries on him, just get him these first three. So first one, second one, third one, and you're fine. Start battle. But if you have had time to farm masteries for this champion, you can go all the way down to Eagle Eye, which will add 50 more accuracy for him. So if you're wondering how I got that high amount of accuracy, you can see where some of the accuracy is coming. And defense 3, because this champion is not going to be used for PvE content for me, so it's not going to be doing damage in teams, it's just there. So that's why I gave him defense 3 masteries. And remember, this will allow you to use his A1 when it's not his turn, deterrence, and you have this retribution that will help him. Has a 50% chance to counter attack when this champion loses some HP. He just goes and uses A1. So that's 2 masteries that I think is important in this defense 3 section. All right, that's the masteries recommendation. You can check out El Hate's website for other mastery recommendations. For his blessing, I looked at Stone Skin. I mean, no, not Stone Skin. What do you call it now? Polymorph. Polymorph is the first recommendation that came to my mind. Polymorph, because a champion that already has high amount of accuracy would want Polymorph, because it's a champion, like I said, 99% of players will use him in the arena. So I thought about, why not Polymorph? But then I remembered he will most likely have a lot of sheep and stunning happening for him already, so he might not, or my team already have a Polymorph champion available for me, so that's why I don't want to use Polymorph on him. But that's the first one thought that came to my mind. But since he has his A3 doing Polymorph already, I don't know if you still want to go Polymorph on this champion. It's all up to you. Brimstone is for PvE content, dungeons. You want to always have this Brimstone landing on them, bosses, whatever you use this champion against. PvE content, you land this Brimstone so you can do some damage, that way contributing a little bit of damage from Brimstone to the team. So that's what I think about Armanz, his skills, his masteries, his blessings, everything. And hopefully that's insightful. It's time for us to test him in some battle. And for newer players coming in, I'll always recommend this champion to be tested out in dungeon content. With this champion in your dungeons, none of your allies will be in danger of dying. The enemies might not even get a turn if you have enough high speed, because you keep stealing their turn meter, you keep stunning them. So this champion will put the dungeon waves in full control, so you can safely get to the boss and fight the boss with poison or whatever way you want to kill the boss. So he's the champion that will make wave content 100% safe if it's the right affinity against the right type of wave content. All right, I'll put together this sample dragon team with just a frozen banshee right here to place poisons on the dragon boss when we get there. I didn't even bring a damage dealer for the wave because I want to see how Armanz will keep stunning the wave so we don't kill them in the first hit. So let's run that battle and see how Dragon 20 battle will go with an Armanz who has crazy high amount of accuracy. That's how it will always go. You just see him take 2 turns. I'll put that on slow-mo so you can see when he puts somebody to ship. He used this A1 instead of the ship. That was a smart Armanz. He knows nobody is in danger, so there was no need to do the ship. Before they could even get a turn, their turn meter is gone again. Before the enemy waves could get a turn, their turn meter is all gone. And where did it go? All the way to Armanz. It makes that skill go, almost feels like it's on a 2-turn cooldown. His turn feels like it's on a 2-turn cooldown. So he did it again. So a lot of people have been enjoying this champion. It's time for me to enjoy him in raid, so that's why I built him today, and I'm putting out this champion guide on a Sunday for you guys to see how Armanz works for PvE content. And I'll just try this wave content before we move over to the arena battles and try some PvP, because that's where, like I said, a lot of players will use him, and that's why I built him. Armanz, non-stop Tometer steal, non-stop stun, and even negative affinity. Sometimes he most likely will land it. He does have some damage though on that A1. Alright, let's head over to some PvP content where I want to test this champion out. Like I said, live arena, is it open? It is open, but see what happens when you go against one. Live arena will take too long, will make the video too long, so let's just save that for the live streams. Head over to the live streams and see when I will use Armanz in some live arena battles. And yeah, maybe you can hit that subscribe button right now. Head over to Twitch or the YouTube live streams. You'll see me live daily, 11 AM UTC +1. Quick ad right there for you. So normally teams like this, I'm looking for high resistance teams like this. This is a high resistance champion like Mitrala Lifebane, one of the highest resistance champion I find in PvP content. Normally you can't even stun her, you can't remove her buffs, you can't do anything to her basically except kill her slowly but surely. But with an Armanz in the team, I think we can take care of Mitrala by stunning her a long time as we stun other champions. Let's try. Hopefully we don't get nuked by this dude. I just want to see what Armanz will do. I did bring an extra champion, Lady Kimi, who will even go boosting his accuracy even more. You see the accuracy 800 you just saw? She will place this buff on him, which will even max out the accuracy to even a crazy amount that I've never really counted. Let's see if we go first. Of course, we will go first. They don't have a speed lead, but I just want to see if Armanz can land stun on this champion. That's the test I want to see in this battle. Can we remove her buff? Now we have the increased accuracy. I can't stun her right now, but can I ship her? All her buffs disappeared and she is now a sheep. She can't save them. So let's see what will happen when she comes back out of sheep. I want to still stun that Mitrala. We are here to stun her, not to just sheep her. Please don't die. Okay, we are surviving. Slow your roll, everybody. Don't kill us yet. We're just here for experiments only, to see if we can sheep or stun a Mitrala Lifebane with Armanz. This is just a beginner player. I don't think he couldn't even land provoke on me with his Krisk. Alright, Armanz, is your turn to shine? Not yet. I don't want to nuke them yet. Not yet. A1s. Alright. Can I... Oh, my increased accuracy is already removed. Can I still place stun on her? Let's see if 800 is enough. I saw the resistance. I was scared. That resistance meant I could not remove or steal a turn meter, but I did place the stun. Win-win situation for me. Not bad. So I'll put the rest of the battle on, well, not auto. If I use auto, Armanz will still keep trying to ship people, so I'll just do manual. Waiting for my AoE nukes to come in from my candy, and I'll end it right there. Just a little video for you guys to show how Armanz works. If you're just obtained this champion and you're wondering how are you gonna build him, where are you gonna use him, here you go. So whenever you're watching this video, whether it's 6 months from now, 9 months, 1 year from now, it's still very valid and active, because Armanz works same way, same, except he's buffed or except he's nerfed. Why would they nerf him? He's working as intended, right? Just as intended. So right here, let me move them and end the video. Where are you using your Armanz the most? I know that if I put a poll out, 99.9% players will say arena. But is there any other content in raid where this champion will shine? Oh, I even talk of Doom Tower. Doom Tower will be an awesome place to use this champion against those difficult waves. I'm talking about Sifi, Rotos, those difficult waves that are just a nightmare to deal with. So Armanz will come in handy right here to help you. Definitely not a campaign farmer or anything crazy like that. But yeah, that's my champion spotlight for Armanz, and that's where I'm going to be using him in those one content. Live arena or 3v3 arena. Of course, he's already in my defense team. If I go to my tag arena, you see him chilling in my defense, one of my defenses, right? Yeah. So whenever people see an Armanz, they're like, ooh, an Armanz, he's gonna stun me or he's gonna shoot me. So they do have a right to be scared of him. And yeah, I'd love to hear your feedback. in the comments below how did you build this champion and where you use him. So if I made any mistakes or missteps in this video, always correct me in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Comment below which champion you want me to take a look at. I'll always build them out and do this type of videos for you guys if you just comment their names below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily raid content. Later, guys.